Hello, my friends. It is I, Alphinius Goo. Welcome to all of you YouTubers. It's good to be here with you. We're on a Twitch stream too, and people are watching us on Facebook and everywhere else. We're like nationwide. And Camera Mendy's behind the camera. Say hello, Camera Mendy.
Hello. How's it going today for everyone? If you're watching this in a year in the future.
Yes, right. And if you watch this a year in the future, we had to restart the damn show 2 times because everything was screwed up on the technology.
You should be watching it live because, you get all the weird mistakes. Also, we have a hype train.
Oh my gosh, we're getting people gifting us subscriptions. We're getting a hype train. I love you all. You are magnificent. And what a wonderful day. Even though it is snowing like heck outside, really wet snow, by the way, which is not the best thing for driving, you know. It's not as bad as when you get ice, but it's still messy and sloppy. Anyway, Camera Mendy.
Yes.
We're going to talk about Gyzaengaxx today, yes?
Yes, we are, indeed.
It's potentially, what scares me is, because I still feel like I got some years to go, it feels a lot like an opus. It's just so special, right? It just feels like that. But we're gonna do social media first, and we got a giveaway to do. We got to get you the extra additional entries for the giveaway, and we're gonna tell you about all the loots that you can win and get if you help us out with Gyzaengaxx, and it's a wonderful day. It's very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Okay, real quick, Camera Mendy, for the YouTubers, go ahead, tell them real quick just about your one thing you loved to this time at the old Disney.
Okay, I'm going to say, I'm just going to tie this into social media.
All right, do it, because you had a picture, right?
I do. Oh, here, I guess I'll switch over here. So I pulled over, we kept driving past this on the way into Disney, and so I took a picture on the side of the road. This is not the thing I loved most, just to be clear. This is just one thing that I loved in general, was I kept passing this giant wizard with this glorious hat.
Whatever.
And
it's not a very good hat, honestly.
So on the
it's
very
crooked.
last day, I was like, I gotta go take a picture with this thing. We gotta post it. And one thing I do love about Orlando is all those hokey gift shops that are around with all the bright colors. There's like one that's just like a giant orange. And I just think it's something that's really eclectic and interesting in Orlando that we don't have anything like that here.
No, you definitely, Orlando is tourist capital of the world in many ways, right? And it's just crazy.
You gotta get that attention. It's like attention grabbing. And there is nothing more attention grabbing and interesting than a wizard with a hat.
I think there was many things you could do with this. And go ahead, Camera Mendy, just put the hatted wizard right over my face. This is the Hatter scheme. Anyway, no, I was surprised at how many people in the chat said, I've been there, I know of that place, I've driven by that place. It was kind of cool, it was fun. All right.
Yes.
Well, anyway, so thank you all for giving Camera Mendy the comments and all you hatters who supported I don't think it's a very good hat, honestly. It's kind of purple.
Purple is the best
it's monochrome,
color.
It's bent.
Purple is literally the best color.
Well, that's what Carrie said.
Yeah, my hair is purple. What can I say? There's nothing, a bigger indicator of how important the color purple is than my hair being purple.
I think those who made a wonderful movie a long time ago called The Color Purple might take exception to all these other purple values.
It's fair. Okay, let's keep going through social media.
Oh, yeah, there it is again. Camera Mendy continues to show the wizard with the hat.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, yes.
So I sent this to David. David has done a lot of background work that people don't really know about with us. And his wife, Tammy, contacted me because I think their dog chewed up the Gooey Cube bag. And he had gotten in a car accident and we had a Gooey Cube sticker that Pamela had made that got ruined. And so she had contacted me a couple months ago and been like, is there anything we can do? And I didn't have any more of the bumper stickers, but I sent him a little package of something really special, which is our monotone Deca Perilous Fortuity.
Yes, the antique Deca Perilous Fortuity, which is made in limited edition. I don't remember how many, it was like 1,500. That's all that are in the world.
We still have some. I don't know what we're going to ever do with
Probably
them.
giving them away, right?
Yeah. And so
in fact, why don't we give one away?
Yes, that's a great idea.
In addition to the giveaway that we're doing. So people who enter today, we want to give it away today?
I think we should give away the Deca Perilous Fortuity at the end of the show.
All right. Yes. Sometime towards the end of the show.
They put up with a lot of shenanigans.
You have. It's been bad. It's been bad. So somewhere towards the end of the show.
I'm embarrassed.
Mike is yelling off camera that he is embarrassed. So, anyway, sometimes towards the end of the show, we will do a hashtag with a something. We'll figure it out. And we'll give away one of these. They're very special. I have a few myself that I've put away in plastic. I do think that this card game and card deck, this card deck and the games that are associated with it that are growing is going to become more and more popular with people. I think the deck is beautiful and magnificent, but the antiqued one is very rare.
Yeah.
So we'll give away one of those at the end of the show in response to all of these difficult circumstances. Plus, we can't forget the other giveaway, Cameron.
The Mornwood. And I am dedicated this week to getting those up in the Facebook and the Discord so we can finally run that giveaway.
This week.
It's
now
gonna
that
happen,
Cameron
guys.
has returned. We're going to get it up. Yes.
It has genuinely just been so crazy. I worked all day Saturday.
She did.
So we did our show, and then I came in the office, worked all day Saturday, and then went on my vacation. That's how crazy it's been.
I do want to say this, though. I mean, because I feel like this is my life. And I know it's not everyone. Some people don't have to deal with it. But I feel like I always pay for a vacation, one way or the other. On the front end or on the damn back end. One way or another, I pay for a vacation.
I think it depends on what kind of work you're in.
I think that's true,
So,
right? If you got a chance to be able to just sort of check it out and be done. You
Yeah,
know?
that's
And the problem with the
Adam's
advertising
job.
business,
Yeah.
right? All the damn deadlines. You know, I read somewhere, Cameron Mendy, I don't know if you know this.
What?
But the advertising business is ranked up there in stress levels with things like police officers and stuff like that.
Well, you have a lot of deadlines, and you want to make good work. And sometimes your work doesn't produce the results that you want.
Yes.
So there's a lot of that. But anyway, people aren't here to talk about the advertising agency, or they're here to talk about things like
Anyway,
this.
but before we do that, David,
Oh,
much
sorry.
love, my friend. Thank you
yes.
for being such a wonderful part of this Gooey community. And we are glad you are on the mend and doing better. And sorry about the doggy, but we hope this gave you a wonderful smile and much love from us over here at Gooey headquarters.
Indeed. This
Well.
is interesting. This is crazy what's going on.
Yes. So again, I want to just say something. There's been a denial, a
Oh.
complete denial.
Okay.
Okay. But many people who are in the chat, you know, this always gets people a little energized, right? Many people who are in the chat were saying, well, didn't that also happen originally with the OGL? We're not going to ever, you know, do away with the OGL. Remember all that stuff that was coming out, right? So this does appear, though, to be more of you can use this for video game development. Again, the denial was interesting. I would love for some of the people in the chat who got a little more legal experience than I have to weigh in on this a little bit. And Cameron Mendy, if you can kind of keep your eye on that, I'd love to hear some comments.
Sorry, I'm first reading this. There's a comment from Donnie.
Yo, hello, Donnie. Marvelous little woodcut illustration, Lincoln line illustration by the Professor Michael Subrook, by the way.
So he said, we had an unfortunate circumstance where we had to refund a VIG badge to a Gooey member. We'd love to give the badge to someone today. So keep an eye. I don't know exactly how that's all going to work out, but if you're looking for a VIG badge to GenghisCon, I know there's a lot of people going to Genghis that are in the chat right now.
If you're going to Genghis and you don't have, it's okay if you have a regular badge, but the VIG badge is awesome.
Yeah.
Donnie, we'll do that. We'll do it in a little bit.
Well, I don't know that he wants to do it through a giveaway. I'm not sure how he wants to do it.
I'm sorry. Explain us, Donnie.
Yeah.
Make sure we are clear, because I don't want to be giving away something that you can't give away, because obviously Genghis Khan needs to make you and Marvelous Andrea a little money.
So just keep an eye. Donnie's, oh, yes, he said, yes, giveaway today. Oh, he wants to do it as a giveaway on the show. Okay, well, we will talk about Hasbro, and then we will talk about that.
Well, we're pretty excited.
Yeah.
It's coming up really soon,
Yes.
Camera Mandy. We're going to be hanging out with all our friends. And if you haven't come to Genghis before, we encourage you. It is what we call our home, our Gooey home convention. We're going to be having, and all you remember, if you make sure that you've RSVP'd, and we'll have to put it up again, and make sure we send out the email again, Camera Mandy, for Andrew's party on Wednesday night at Andrew's house. And Andrew's wonderful to do that for us. And it's a wonderful time. It was a great time last year. And this year, I think we're going to do some kind of little game thing, right? Camera Mendy, we have a little game thing planned.
Let's talk about that afterwards, because I'm getting a lot of good comments about Hasbro.
About Hasbro. Okay, let's do
Okay,
Hasbro.
so Harry says the story itself is false. Pandaly scraped the YouTuber almost word for word, who actually was just speculating. And then
So it's clickbait is what we call it, right?
And then Dr. Ransom Keys. Also, there was a Forbes article, an official statement denying the sale. And then on top of that, Alan Tucker says the original story was a piece of AI nonsense. And so I have no idea.
Well, I apologize for putting up what they call the fake news.
There's a reason they. Well, I will say that it's not like Hasbro has really done a lot to like secure the trust of.
No, that's the problem, right?
Yeah,
that's the problem.
It's easy. It's we call it clickbait, I think.
That's what I said earlier. Yes, clickbait.
Yeah. So, but at the same time,
Cameron Mandy, how come we don't do clickbait?
I know
we could do all kinds of clickbait. We're an advertising agency. We could come up with all kinds of things.
I tried a few times. I'm not very good at it because I just can't handle it. But yeah.
Listen, I want to tell you though, the trivia things that you're doing with Carrie and with the rest of the team, AJ and the rest of the team are really cool. We're putting up some great stuff on the Facebook.
Oh, so those here, I'm going to switch over
and we
to
should
Harry.
put them up.
I'm going to take off Hasbro.
I want to put them up in the Discord too. I want to make sure we're putting them up in the Discord.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to do that. But
I will show you. We'll talk with Carrie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can talk about it.
Because there's people in the Discord who are not in the GUI.
So yeah, what he's talking about is that I'm just gonna cut away from this and I'll chat about that for just a quick second. So on our official Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and Twitter, which is now X pages, we've been doing these little reels, and like some of them are like D&D trivia and some of them are math trivia. And actually they're doing really well on TikTok. Like the math one that we just did had over 1,000 views and a bunch of engagement in the comments.
It's crazy. And we weren't even trying. You know, you just kind of put these things out and just fart. We're becoming TikTok people.
Well, I'm trying to. It's a whole new medium. Like,
and I'm really pissed off about this X thing. All right? Because I loved calling it twitting.
Tweeting?
Twitting. No, you can't twit anymore. There's no more twitting.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I don't even know. Or whatever the hell it is.
That's a whole other.
All right, never mind. Let us continue on. Okay. I know there's all kinds of drama surrounding all that madness.
Anyway.
Yes.
So yeah, if you follow any of those official channels, we're just posting those like basically daily, and then doing a bunch of extra really fun stuff on there. So definitely make sure you're following us on our socials. And I do really like the brain teasers, like those, especially like the math ones. I will never understand them, but I know a lot of people are having fun figuring out how we did the math and all that good stuff.
Yes. Now, it's very interesting, worth watching.
I do have a question. So basically we post this like on the reel. We like have the reel as the video. So we have the question, and then people want to know how we got our answers, and I don't know the best way to do that because I don't want to give it away necessarily in the video. So I don't know if I should.
What if we put it up in the Gooey Den, or put them up on the website?
Okay. Yeah.
What if we said answers on the website? Go here.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I like that idea. So that way we're not spoiling anything. Because I was like, you could post the reel twice with like one with the question and one with the answer.
Yeah,
but
answers at gooeycube.com/answers.
All right, I like that idea.
Yes. Plus, maybe someone will actually buy a Gooey thing when they're there. That'd be wonderful too.
Okay.
I mean, everybody likes Gooey stuff.
So yeah,
especially free Gooey stuff.
We have. I think this is Sheehan who said this. What's the max movement for a level 20 monk? And so that's like a good one.
Oh,
and that's kind of what the math ones are like. Is like, you know, how do you come up with can you beat here's our answer and how can you beat it kind of thing.
Yes, because when you start thinking about movement enhancements, right? All kinds of movement enhancements. And of course, you got to use standard stuff. You can't be cheating. You can't make up the ring of super speed that doesn't exist anywhere except for in your home game or something like that. It has to be sort of canonical, right? If it's not canonical.
They're saying in the chat, that's literally clickbait. We're clickbaiting people.
Clickbait! Excellent, Cameron Mandy. Yes, I feel really good right now about my strategy. Yes.
That's a good idea. I like that idea. Okay, let's keep going with social media.
Okay, I'm very disturbed by this because now
we are like so behind because like the first 8 minutes of our show was just nonsense.
It's okay, we're gonna boogie.
Okay, so this is from Patrick. Goo is pleased to announce he has received the full support of the Ordo Penguinus, said the Penguin Emperor. The traditionally bipedal, I don't even know, I can't even read this.
The traditionally bipedal turn their noses at those of us who don't fit with the conventional views of what a sentient species looks like. We have stood by too long as certain speciest elements of the city vilify Monsieur Escargot. That's where it goes, just like that. Yes, it continues on. It's a diatribe. And there are no there are no sentient penguins in the world of Zyathé either. So this is more hatter hogwash.
I'm just going to go through really quickly.
But just real quick, just go back there.
I am just...
But that miniature is great.
It is great. It is a great thing.
And Michelle,
when I went through our feed. This is our feed on Facebook right now.
Yes, it's a snail. The snail is everywhere.
Yeah, no, everyone is posting the snails. Okay, but this was so interesting. Okay, so this video was on Facebook, or David posted this. It's like a GIF or a video, I don't even know. And this snail is wigging out, and it
well, it's the little things. There's flashing colors going on when you watch the video. Literally, there's flashing colors showing through this snail.
Yeah. And so Chelsea says, "What do my eyes see exactly?" And AJ says,
"AJ, he's one of the dudes.
Yeah, he's one of our people that write for us.
And he is like a brainiac in these kinds of matters."
Yeah. And he says, it's a parasite that infects snails that intentionally attracts the attention of birds and other predators with the crazy moving colors to get the snail eaten. So the parasite can spread to a new host. It's horrifying and mesmerizing and a pretty good idea for a new monster.
I was thinking it'd be good for escargot.
Oh, jeez.
Now, Patrick is going to take that and make that entirely something terrible about me.
Specious.
I don't really mean it.
But
Okay.
I'm just saying, the fact...
Dude, no, parasites are creepy.
That is
Mandy.
so, nature is insane.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, of course.
You know what? I can just feel that my energy is, amped up by, 10
she's
right now,
manic.
and I'm
completely
really sorry.
manic right now.
So,
anyway, this is worth looking at and inspiring. This is what, again, I love about the Gooey Den.
Yeah.
Some people say the Gooey Den sometimes isn't as much always about games. And I'm like, no, it's not. The Gooey Den is really about creativity.
yes.
That is what the Gooey Den is all about. And that's what I love about it, is that people aren't sitting there just being restrained and only being able to show one thing. We get to see beautiful terrain, wonderful builds. We get to see stories and tales. We get to see pictures of interesting places, strange creatures, all of this kind of stuff. And that brings it all together to what really matters, which is the creation of the things that we're doing to make this game so marvelous. And by the way, if you're watching for the first time, give us a follow. If you're watching for lots of times, don't forget, if you get that little invite in Facebook, or which we tend to send out, give us a response to that, because it helps with the algorithm of Facebook so they don't sequester us and squish us and not allow us to invite people. Because we get a lot of engagement, a lot of folks coming and attending our streams, and lots even more watching them on YouTube afterwards. But if Facebook doesn't think people are interested, then they hurt us. So always try it, if you don't mind, when you get one of those invites, just take a moment and hit attending or not attending, right? Or maybe. Any of those things help us. All right, what you got, Camera Mandy?
Okay, so Carrie has created...
Yes, Carrie, this is magnificent.
Yeah, so she's going to be doing this at the Deck Perilous Fort... I was like Genghis Khan. So basically what she's done is she took the Deck of Perilous Fortuity and made it into a tarot reading deck. And so she's going to be doing readings at the convention. So at one of I think it's going to be at the Gooey After Dark, probably both of them. She'll probably do.
Which was always our dream, right, Camera Mandy, that it would actually be a fortune-telling deck, not just, right? It was always
we have so many cool things going on with the deck that are coming out this year with Perils and Fortunes, and Casey developed a whole new Deck Perilous Fortuity game called Dragonsbane.
Yes,
and it's
and Corey,
is it like poker, or what is Dragonsbane like? I can't remember.
I mean, it's a gambling
blackjack?
game. It's a blackjack more derivative, and
yeah.
I also had a derivative of 31 as well, which is one that I've never published yet. And there's two others, right? I've got one, there's a game in poker called Baseball, which the Deck of Perilous Fortuity is perfect for, having all kinds of wild cards and strange things happening. And I've got that halfway written, that I've never finished it. But anyway, this is Perilous Fortunes, and we're really excited to see how people react and what they like about it and all of that stuff. And by the way, that artwork right there, Camera Mandy, right behind Belania's Sorrow, is probably my second favorite artwork that we've ever done.
Well, Mike is still hanging out with us in the studio.
Yeah, Mike.
And Mike got you that beautiful,
I know.
It framed
with Alex.
beautifully. Yeah. So.
Yeah, the game room at the house is going to change. Ms. Goo and I have conspired, and she has given me permission to spend a little money. So I'm going to get a table. I've been playing on a pool table for decades. But I'm going to get a real table. I'm changing all the stuff on the walls, going to hang up all of our Gooey stuff up there. I'm going to have a big screen that we already have. We just have to use it. And the game table, I'll show, as we get towards the process, we'll show you the progress. We'll take pictures.
That's awesome.
So I'm excited. But Carrie, this is marvelous. Can't wait. We're going to publish this. There is a Deck of Perilous Fortuity book coming. Okay, it might even be a stretch goal for Gyzaengaxx.
Oh,
So you all keep your eyes peeled.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
No, there's all Gyzaengaxx is going to be magnificent. I can't even wait.
Oh, we'll
All
talk
right.
about that in a second.
All right, let's continue.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
yes.
go really fast. Neil is going to be one of our game masters here at GaryCon, and he's all gooey. He's got like the gooey shirt, he's got the gooey swag. But I had made a post on our official account showing off the hat, and Neil wanted to show his gooey hat. He said he loves it, and he's got like a bump insert in it.
And they're very good quality.
Yes.
We worked with a group that does this stuff, and we did not pick the low price leader. That was not our goal.
No, it's great. It's great stuff. Oh, this is another.
By the way, do you notice what's sitting around this hallway, cameraman?
Yeah, I know. This is another. I was trying to get all the snail stuff done earlier, but yeah, this is from Lookabut, and I mean it's inaccurate propaganda from the other side.
It is completely inaccurate hatter propaganda.
No. This is the opposite. I think this is saying homeless snail population increased due to the false promises exclaimed by Escar Goose.
Oh yes, that's no, but they were. I'm sorry. The claims of the homeless snail propaganda is from the hatters. No. Lookabut, even though he wears a hat, is not a hatter.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk.
Which
about
I
that
appreciate
later.
that because
we'll talk about that later. We'll move on from that. Lookabut, how dare you? Okay. Okay. Jenny posted this really cute picture, and then there's gooey stuff in the background, and it just made my heart.
Well, and people started mentioning, because I guess she has the gooey. I mean, I know what that's from, so I don't want to spoil it, right?
Yeah.
But yes, there's some gooey spawn in the background.
Yes. Made me laugh, made me chuckle.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes,
Jenny.
yes.
We appreciate you. Okay. Harry has new miniatures. I was not here on Thursday, so I have no idea what his show was about on Thursday. But we've also been starting to post his stuff on social media as well. Harry is an amazing sculptor and is really producing some cool stuff.
Well, and also wants to share it with other people, right?
Yeah.
So and his Patreon is very, very inexpensive. But you don't get 500 miniatures for for $10. You get it's a good miniature, and I think it's $1 a month. Or if you want to be a special member, it's $3 a month. Yeah. And he's really not. The truth of the matter is, Harry's not doing this for money. He's got a great job and has a wonderful life and all of that stuff. But he does want to share his stuff, and I understand that artists want to art. All right, writers want to write. It's just the truth of us creative, crazy people. And many of you are those people. I mean, it's wonderful. All right, what else you got, cameraman?
All right, I got just a couple more.
Yeah, Rick made a nice post. This made my
Finished
day.
Legends, Lore, and Libations. Absolutely loved it. Was very. He says, "Well, my friends and fellow Goo lovers, I have finished the wonderful and compelling Legends, Lore, and Libations. Hats off to Keith for putting together this wonder. If you haven't added it to your D&D Gooey Cube collection, you really are missing out. I loved all of it. No critique, no negatives, just lots of warmth."
Yeah, I mean, cameraman, you know this, and most of you who are watching, who are our friends, you know how much we want to build tale. We want to spark the imagination and make these beautiful and wonderful things that make the table better for players, make prep time easier for game masters, all that stuff that we're trying to do. But also, we want to bring life to the world, and that's why I'm pretty committed, even though these are not as popular yet, because not as many people know about them. But Lore Long Lost, which is coming, I think, with Gyzaengaxx, Legends, Lore, and Libations, right? These trail guides, for whatever a better term is, are really marvelous. And the one we did for the Mornwood with Shantea Chanton-Caster is the author of it. Is really, really good, and they really bring the world to life, the area that it is. So thank you, Rick. This was a marvelous thing, and a wonderful tribute to Keith, who did author this. Keith is one of our friends. Keith has never been an author before. Keith wanted to do something, and pitched me for it, and we did it, and he did great. Did great. It's amazing how many people we were working with who've never had a chance to be published. We've given them a chance to be published, and that is another little mission that we have, is to give people chances where maybe they wouldn't have gotten them. Can't give everybody. I mean, obviously, there's only so much work to go around, and we're trying to give some help. Actually, there's a couple people I've talked to who are no longer with Hasbro, who we might try to give a little work to over the next year to help them as well. So it's hard to get laid off. Scary. So some of you have experienced that. In fact, many of you have probably experienced that through the course of your life, especially if you've lived a long time. So anyway, that's magnificent. Thank you all for these marvelous social media posts, you know, and there's some that we don't often show, you know, because they're more creative inspired, but Jim Hibbs always puts wonderful stuff up. Hans puts stuff up. You know, Kevin needs to post. I haven't seen him in a while. I got to give him a message and say, where are you? So, and Michelle, obviously, we showed one of hers, but many people do it. Anyway, let us move on.
Okay, so next up, we are going to do the con giveaway for the badge.
All
so
right.
if you are attending Genghis Con and do not have a VIG badge, or if you would like to come to Genghis Con with a VIG badge, put hashtag con, K-H-A-N.
But please don't try to win it if you aren't going to use it.
Yes.
Please don't do that. Or if something comes up and you do win it and you can't use it, figure out a way that we can give it away to someone else.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's hashtag K-H-A-N if you do not have a VIG.
That's
or
con.
Yes.
K-A-H-N. I can't remember.
K-H-A-N.
I think it's the other way around. But
K-H-A-N. Oh,
Yeah.
did I spell it wrong? I spelled it wrong. Sorry. Spell it the way that I spelled it wrong. Nothing's going to bring me down today, so I am going to make all the mistakes.
K-H-A-N. And it's in the MooBot, so make sure you spell the damn thing right.
I know.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if you spelled it wrong, put it in again. K-H-A-N. That's Kahan.
Of course I spelled Kahan. I would. That's just my thing right now. Paul says so tempted right now. Paul, you have got to come out and see us.
Yes. Paul, just commit.
Gen Con.
Commit.
Yes. So, I mean, he's in Texas, I think. Just drive
It's
on
not
up.
that far.
I'm just saying. So, just putting it out there. So, okay. I think, so we got 6 entries. That sounds about right. Hi, Chav Hunter, 86. How you doing? I haven't seen you around in a while. Okay.
I had a chat with Chav this morning.
Paul is putting it in there. So,
give him a little bit of time. We don't have to
Yes.
announce it right now. Give him a little bit of time.
But
Because some people
how
might...
about this? I'll talk a little bit about Genghis, and then we will
Wonderful.
roll. Okay. So Genghis is going to be so much fun. We have the Gooey After Dark events. Are you? Oh, yeah, there you are. Hello, Alphinius. Here, I'll go like this. But if you're not able to attend, we are going to have the Great Gooey Dungeon Game Show live streamed from Genghis Con. That's going to be on February 15th at 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
That's Thursday night.
Yes, and there's a big giveaway that comes with that. The grand prize winner off of the stream gets a $200 gift card to gooeycube.com.
Yes.
And then on top of that, we'll be giving away prize packages.
Harry's bringing minis. We got
Yes.
all kinds of craziness going on. I mean, we're going to have
Yeah.
all kinds of, like we always do. I mean, I would say that at least 75 to 80% of the people
in the room win.
walk
And
away
then,
with a prize.
yeah,
and many people on the live stream win.
And we give about, depending on how many people are there, we give about 8 to 10 prizes of the prize packs, and then that giant $200 gift card prize. So definitely join us. That's February 15th. I will be sending out more information on it. But if you,
I hope we sold some tickets. Is anybody coming?
Everyone's coming. Everyone's gonna go. We have sold, I think we've sold around 100 tickets to it, but
Yes.
it can fill. A lot of people just come and they watch for a bit. There's a bar right next to us.
Oh yeah, we've had drunken carousing.
Yeah, there's going to be bars all over, by the way, by our events, like the poker, like the casino night. There's going to be a bar there. We have some really cool things.
Oh, if we've already sold 100 tickets, we're selling out.
Yeah, no, it's going to be packed.
It'll fill
It's
up.
going to
Yeah.
be packed.
Yeah,
So, okay, let's go ahead and roll that giveaway.
Here it goes.
Okay.
Hashtag K-H-A-N.
I'm sorry, guy. I do the best I can.
Poor Genghis Khan totally disrespected by
The
Cameron
winner is Lydia Chan.
Lydia!
Congratulations, Lydia. I'm so happy for you. Oh, I love Lydia. She is amazing. Okay, so Lydia Chan is our
And listen,
winner.
I'm going to tell you something. If you're
What?
just a lurker, not you, cameraman D.
Oh.
If you're just a lurker out there, and you haven't really come and hung out in the Gooey Den with us, and you haven't thought about being a member of the Contributors Guild, and all of these kinds of wonderful things that we are doing, come join us. We have a great, amazing group of people. Dearly kind, uplifting, not mean-spirited, none of this.
Ha! Sorry. I'm going to be mean-spirited right now because I saw Harry's comment and he said it is spelled correctly and I Googled it and it was correct.
Well, I can't remember.
So
Excellent spelling. Sometimes you get confused. How come Donnie didn't correct us? Maybe Donnie doesn't know how to spell it either. It's actually one of the more commonly misspelled words. Did you know that?
I'm not surprised, but I
thought it was Khan. No, it is. It's Khan. The problem is I need to see words.
I am a con. Sorry.
You are not a con.
I'm feeling really
Laura
good
is a con.
Well.
Casey was a con and is an ex-con.
Laura is one of the red shirts this year.
Yes, and an ex-con.
But you can be
as of Genghis Khan, Laura shall become an ex-con.
Yes, Laura. Oh, that Laura. I was thinking Laura Elks.
No. Yeah, Laura is a con.
Yes.
Who will soon be an ex-con.
Yes.
Like
indeed.
Casey. We'll join Casey being an ex-con. Yes. And Casey's not feeling very well today. Much love to you, my friend, if you're watching.
Casey. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
All right.
But yes, we are a warm, happy, friendly group.
We really are. It's amazing to me. It's like, even when people say something that's kind of, I mean, sometimes people who are new might say something that's a little tough, and even people who are there are like, hey, be cool, to chill down. I mean, it's amazing. It's just nobody engages with that kind of stuff, and so we don't have that kind of stuff. It's wonderful. It's just amazing. Thank you all very, very much for being you. So, it's wonderful.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Next up is the Gyzaengaxx preview.
All right, here we go.
Everyone's been waiting for. I don't know.
Now we showed the video already, right? So people have seen that. So we don't need to show it again, or are we going to show it again?
We could. I have revised it. I have revised it. I'll show it at the end.
Yeah, because you did revise it and did a great job. So the one you saw earlier when you gave a sneak preview of this was the preview one, and it's been revised now and finished, and it's funny. It's really, really cute. So. And I love the animation that you put here. I don't know if people have seen this. If you haven't gone to this link is gooeycube.com/back, B-A-C-K, not B-K-C-E-C-A, just B-A-C-K. Okay, so that was a good one, cameraman D.
Sorry, I was reading Geeky, and he was commenting. He was saying shots with Mandy because I did
shots with Mandy.
I did shots with him.
She can do 3 before it really becomes a problem. I, however, can do quite a few more.
Yeah, it was me and him and Christina all drank a little too much last.
So anyway, this is the Tomb of Gyzaengaxx. We are obviously, for those of you who've been around watching and taking peeks, this is a crowdfund we are going to start here. It will begin on the 27th of February. And it is probably one of the most amazing things that I will ever do, have ever done in this gaming thing, and honestly, maybe in my entire career. To be able to produce an official adventure homage and campaign setting honoring the creator, and I don't want to misspeak because there were other people who were very much involved in co-creating and helping make this wonderful Dungeons and Dragons thing that we all love. But Gary certainly was at the tip of the spear, if you want to call it that. And it's going to be an enthralling, lampoony, mysterious, and fun, and grimdark thing. And we're going to put it all together. It's going to have all kinds of Easter eggs and wonderful little homages. And you can only get the collector's edition as part of the crowdfund project. That will be the only way you can get it. We will probably make some available afterwards for our Gooey friends and for our friends who are friends of Gaxworks and Luke, okay? But don't bet on that. I would not bet on that at all, because if we run out, we'll be done. So the only way you can get the collector's edition is here. I actually think if you're a collector, it's got tremendous potential to be very valuable in the future. I'm a collector, and I'm definitely going to put a couple away.
So we already have a great question from Marcus. Okay, if we sign up for this, do we need to use our Kickstarter email address or the one we normally use? And we're going to go over this, what comes with like this pre-registration page in a second. But if you do sign up at gooeycube.com/back, you are going to want to use your Kickstarter email.
No, wait. Don't they want to use I guess they want to use their Kickstarter email.
Yes, because that's how we're going to be able to tell who pre-registered and who did not.
Yes.
So yes, use your Kickstarter email if you're signing up for this
Marcus,
page.
that is such a good question. And thank you for saying that, because we should say on our form, please use your Kickstarter.
They do.
Oh, it does say
I think
it.
that they do.
I don't-
I'll double check.
We'll
that.
check it in a minute.
But yeah, that was one thing I think.
So anyway, I just want to give you some props for this little animation. Does everyone not love this little animation? Look at it. Look at this. The statue is winking at you. The tongue catches on fire.
Yeah, this is fun.
I hope many of you see what we are nodding to here. And it is wonderful. It is special. It is very, very fun. And I'm so pleased with this cameraman.
I'll make this an official scenescape at some point with music in the background.
Well, let's make it a stretch goal.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's do that because we haven't done scenescapes in a long time.
Yeah, I have.
And
not
you
had-
did so many of them for the first Kickstarter.
I still need to finish them, but hey, good news.
Camera Mandy, you gave away so many damn scenescapes. If people are not happy with your crazy efforts, which was way beyond what most people would think you would have done. I mean, she put in so much time and effort to make these scenescapes. You have no idea. No idea.
I mean, yeah, I still need to finish. But hey,
I'm sure everyone feels they got tremendous
I have
value.
a new assistant starting this week, so I might actually get to them. Anyway, okay, so let's go down this. Okay,
right.
The Tomb of Gyzaengaxx crowdfund project. Okay, now we're going to start scrolling here.
Yes, so it's scrolling.
So
this
first
is the
up
video.
is the video, and
So just go ahead and show it because you have it. Can't you just show it real quick and then they can see your new one? And there's going to be people
I
who
have
haven't
to
seen this
pull it
before.
off of Dropbox, which is going to be a little difficult.
All right,
so
well, let's not.
at the end.
We'll
yeah.
do it at the end.
Okay.
So there's a wonderful video that Camera Mandy put together that is really fun, and she added to it and made new things, and it's really, really good. It's really good.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing: is way it's going to work. There's basically just 2 tiers. There'll be multiple things you can do. You can get additional tiers and things like that. There'll be the Mega Adventure, which will be probably, even though it won't be in a box, it will probably be as nearly as big as one of our box sets. I anticipate there's going to be a town. There's going to be a little bit of town adventure, and then there's going to be this mega dungeon that we're going to make that is the Tomb of Gyzaengaxx. And it probably won't finish in this. This will probably be only part 1 because we really want this mega dungeon to be big. And of course, you're going to get all the stuff that we always provide. That's what Camera Mandy's scrolling through. All of these marvelous maps and all of and we're going to put our heart and soul into it just like we do in every other thing we do. So that's the Tomb of Gyzaengaxx, which is the adventure. Then, if you want the environs of Gyzaengaxx, you can get back at the Mega Adventure and the campaign level, and this will give you the box set of the environs of Gyzaengaxx, which will have a very large campaign book. It'll be as large as the Mornwood, perhaps even bigger, probably even bigger. Magic item cards, right? Our Gooey rewards cards, a bunch more portraits of people in the environs, all manners of artworks, just a lot of wonderful stuff that you will be able to enjoy. And yes, we're going to do a trail guide called Lore Long Lost. And we are really excited about this. It's going to deal with the area, which is a new place for us because so far we've been pretty much around the Republic and in West Verdestia. This will take us to East Verdestia. And it will take us to the area around the Mithril Mountains where Gyzaengaxx may be found and where other wonderful and interesting places may be found as well. So we're very excited for it. It's going to be wonderful. And
this includes, what this is saying is that it includes both the
yes,
digital
you get
and
both.
the physicals.
Yes, digital and physicals. Correct. Digital and physicals. Now, here's the kicker. And everybody's mad at me around here, but this is what we're doing. So if you pre-register and you back at the campaign and adventure level, you're going to get this Gooey Haul. And this Gooey Haul is a value. First of all, you'll get these in physical. Okay? First, go back to those, Camera Mandy, where you were there before.
I need to stipulate, if you add on the physicals, you will get them in
Not
physicals.
these.
These ones?
These you get no matter what.
If you-
These we are
if you
not
order
giving
digital.
these in digital. These we are not giving in digital
But if you-
format.
Okay, but, okay,
I'll explain in a moment.
okay.
These we are not getting. Now, if there is a shipping charge to Europe or something like that, we're going to have to deal with that. But these you get in physical format, all right, because we are not making digitals of these. These 3 folios are only available for those who pre-register here on this registration page and back the Kickstarter. They are very collectible. They have the ghost of Geralt Gyzaengaxx on there. They have Luke Gygax's portrait as Lukáš Gyzaengaxx. And they have another image of old Alphinius, which is very much the least valuable and interesting of all of these 3. But you still get one of them. And you get these in physical format if you back at the level that you need to back at to do that. All right, let's go next.
So what we're saying, though, I just want to clarify that if you buy only digitals only, you will have to pay a modest shipping fee.
Shipping
Okay.
fee. That is correct.
That's fine.
That
All
is correct.
That makes sense.
You get all of, go back.
Sorry.
You get all of those. Now, some people have gotten these
scruffy.
already, and I appreciate the folks that have done it, but we want to get these in the hands of lots of folks. And I want to tell you, those of you who have gotten them, thank you for your support. Don't feel badly. These are all going to be updated. There is new information, much new information that is coming about all three of them. Now that the lore has expanded since we created them, so you'll get a new package, a new set, okay? And again, they are magnificent. And yours truly is adding some other things in the stretch goals that add to the peoples of the world of Zyathé, the races. And we're very excited for the Fey Metals and for the Infernathe, who are the Fireborn, and more. I think there's at least one more coming. More to talk about. Yes, let us keep going, Cameramandy. This is the Ghost Stone. The Ghost Stone is not a little adventure. It's a good-sized adventure. It's a bonus adventure that you'll get for free that is in the environs of Gyzaengaxx, and it is additive to the tale of the tomb of Gyzaengaxx, but it is not necessary for the tomb of Gyzaengaxx. So the Ghost Stone we are very excited about. We have a good concept behind it already, and we're excited to bring it to you.
Yeah, there'll be a big section of it written because we're going to be running the Ghost Stone at GaryCon next month.
Yes. So there'll be a section of it, created, the initial piece. Then there's also a wonderful evening in Ethon, which is an art print which will feature the Gerald Gyzaengaxx and Lucage and quite a number of other interesting people who we'll talk about in a minute. And some of you could actually get this signed by Luke and me. Okay? More to come on that. All right? So let us go ahead and scroll because I think that was the last one. So, of course, it's only Kickstarter backers can get the collector's edition. We've already said that. This is, of course, Gerald Gyzaengaxx, who is he's playing the role of Gerald Gyzaengaxx, who is our marvelous Gary. And then, of course, we have the Gyzaengaxx family starring in this as well. Luke and Bushra and the three daughters, who I've spent much time with, and they're very dear, wonderful people. And then a wonderful bunch of legends and interesting peoples who are going to help bring this to life. So Zyathé Goo is going to make an appearance. AJ and Cameramandy, you still aren't up here. There's
I don't need to be up here.
Oh, you're going to be up there. You should have been up there, but we've got some amazing. If you just look at that list of people who are all going to be starring in either the Tomb of Gyzaengaxx Adventure or starring in the environs of Gyzaengaxx. It's magnificent, and there are many more coming, not just a few. Amazing folks who have wanted to be a part of this, and are pledging their characters to this. So there's old marvelous Chet Minton and his blind dwarf.
I love it. Okay.
This tells you a little bit about the environs. We don't need to go into it deeply. This tells you more about the Tomb of Gyzaengaxx. And then that's really our gooey story.
You know what?
Right there.
Patrick kind of had a good point. He's like, what are the price points looking at for these?
So we're still doing the math.
Uh-huh.
We're still doing the math. So I don't want to say yet.
Okay.
They're not outrageous.
They would be in line with what we've already done.
Yes,
previously.
relatively in line.
These are not going to be we're not going overboard.
Yeah, but it's going to be a wonderful box set. I mean, the box set's going to be big, and it's going to be comparable to our other box sets, and the adventure is going to be comparable to Shadows and Gyzaengaxx, maybe even a little bigger. Yeah. So these are definitely, our goal is to give a lot of value, but they're not the low end. These are not $20 adventures or anything like that. I missed a question. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Is there going to be any side adventures and stretch goals like the Mud Mounds of Bleak Bottom Bog?
Who asked that question?
Josh.
So, Josh, it's a good question. You're going to have to wait and see. But we have plans for some marvelous stretch goals. And I can't speak about the Mud Mounds of Bleak Bottom Bog yet, even though, as you know, we had a wonderful time. And Harry and I have chatted about this. There's a number of adventures out there that I really want to get published. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that in the next year or so. So that is in my mind. But for the stretch goals, you're going to have to wait a little bit just to see because I think you're going to all be very impressed with what we're doing from a stretch goal standpoint. All right?
Awesome. Okay.
All right, and then this is the other thing. Keep going, go down to the next one, Camera Mendy. So this right here, this says, but wait, there's even more, and this is just for all of you. Register. If you even don't back us, we're doing 50 prizes, which we're giving away to anybody who hits this pre-registration page and fills out the form. You have a chance to win one of 50 magnificent prizes, with 50 being given out in honor of the 50th anniversary. So we are very, very...
I would say it's our biggest giveaway ever.
Yeah, biggest. Unless you count the Gooey game show.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like in person. This is like,
Yes.
these will all be shipped. Well, some of them will be digitals, some just
Yeah, so some are
certified.
digitals,
But
some are physicals. They'll when we actually publish the full list, which I don't know when we'll do that, but we'll do that someday. They'll be able to do that. Also, I want to tell you this, and I really believe we can do this. Keep scrolling. So our plan is to have these delivered by November. We have a good production schedule already built.
I'm like having an aneurysm.
No, I think I think we can do it.
Okay.
All right. So
Well, we'll see.
so we think it could be a wonderful gift for the game master in your life. And so if someone wants to do that, we think we can do that. And still deliver Darkenhaven and Gloomport first. So that is also coming. So Darkenhaven, in fact, is being furiously worked on, and we're trying to drop the digitals before this Kickstarter even starts.
We have people in the chat really going off about dice. They want dice.
I know.
More dice, gooey dice.
I might.
They want to do
So let me ask you a question.
Patrick says, who do I have to kill to get some dice?
So we
LOL.
want to do a second set of Gooey dice, but I don't think I can do it with the price points that we're doing and the numbers that we're looking at in terms of all the stuff we're giving away. I don't think I can add. Dice are not cheap, even at the wholesale level. If you're doing dice like we would want to do dice, which is with things inside of them and interesting little colors and all of that stuff. And I would need to do it as an add-on. I don't think I can include it in the package. Is everybody good with that? Does that feel okay? I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, and please say no if you think, I can't do it. Just please say no. But you always guide us well.
Harry says, sell the dice. You don't have to give it away. Rick says, Mandy has a stroke due to Alphinius' promises. More news at 11. Basically. Okay.
Well, anyway, so
okay, before we continue
any more
talking,
questions or any thoughts?
Before we do that, I'm going to say #deck will enter you to win the Deck of Perilous Fortuity.
The antiqued
version.
Deck of Perilous
Yes.
Fortuity.
And then #Mournwood will enter you to win the giveaway that we've been doing for like 2 months now. But we will do it this week.
Yeah, it's just been stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
So just,
stuff.
enter both of those right now. Moobot is counting #deck, and I will be manually entering #Mournwood.
Okay.
So,
#deck, if you want to win the antique Deck of Perilous Fortuity, that's getting given away today. And #Mournwood to get another entry into that Mournwood giveaway.
Yep.
All right.
And then let's keep chatting. Let me go back and read.
Yeah, just
any
make sure
more.
that we got that.
Yeah,
So
there was a lot of people
I do want to tell
really
you.
interested in the dice.
So we should try it. I mean, we should. Okay, I will talk to our marvelous friends at Roll4.
A lot of people are saying dice. I would buy them. Patrick, you can just come buy or get dice from us at Genghis Khan. We'll have dice there. Patrick's freaking out about, he hasn't gotten the current round of gooey dice that we have.
We still have a few left.
Yes,
Patrick.
so I'll make sure to pack some at Genghis Khan, Patrick.
Yeah, we'll sell some at Genghis.
He's like, who do I need to kill to get the dice? That's the...
They really are magnificent.
So,
we got the Gooey
yes.
Cube, and there's not many more left, are there, cameraman? We got some, but not not a huge volume. But it's got the Gooey Cube on the 20-sider, and in the 6-sider there's a skull because it looks like a little gelatinous cube, a Gooey Cube as we call it around here.
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful. So Gyzaengaxx, I can't tell you how excited I am for it. We're going to collaborate with Luke, obviously, on the tale. We're going to collaborate on the environs. And obviously with all the legends and wonderful serving as non-player characters, I think it's just going to be a very, very special thing. But even more than that, all of the Easter eggs, all of the stuff we're going to put in, even if you're not familiar with the Dungeons and Dragons before the year 2000, there's still wonderful things for you to experience. And one of the stretch goals may be a little historical guide thing that might be really fun and collectible. I don't know. We got a bunch of things that we're talking about. We just got to make sure the math works, because I got in a lot of trouble the last time I did a Kickstarter that I didn't do the math well enough. Right, Camera Andy?
I don't know what
If
you're
you backed
talking
our
about.
first Kickstarter.
I literally
Okay,
never
listen,
yell
I just
at
want to
you
be clear
it.
about this. For all of you, any of you who are watching who backed our first Kickstarter, we may be extraordinarily late with a couple of pieces of that Kickstarter. But I want you to know the value you got was ludicrous.
Yes.
Ludicrous.
On that note, I wanted to show this last social media post. I made it really big. So we did a photo and video shoot right before I left from to go to Disney, and we had someone come in, and we worked with them to get some of these magnificent shots. This is just one of the photos that we took, but we have like video footage. But like just seeing, like so much of this is from the first Kickstarter. Like if you look at this, a bunch of the box sets, Dark Dreadmas Curse, The Spawn of San Vicio, Weirded Magics, East and West for Destia, the map packs, Gloomport and Darkenhaven are also part of that first Kickstarter.
And we're getting, and I promise we are getting close on Darkenhaven, my friends. It is marvelous.
But yeah, no, it is, to see what we have produced and what we have done in 5 years, it just warms my heart. It just makes me happy. And this is the work of just a lot of people.
There's a lot of our people. There's a lot of our community
all over the world in terms of like the art that we produce, the writing. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, anyway, on that note,
indeed, there's something else to look at that, my friends, and think about 2018 when we sat around and said, "What if we started a game company?" And a few people came alongside of us, and we met some people at Gen Con, and we started making friends, and all of the wonderful stuff that's happened since because of this magnificent community of you all. And it's been very hard days in the Goo household for the last few months, and one of the bright spots of my days have been you. And it is wonderful to have friends all over the world and to be making something that I do think is extraordinarily special in the entire gaming space, because it's not just a world created by a few. It's a world that has been crafted by many, and is more beautiful and special because of that. Thank you all, my friends. Should I be saying goodbye, Camera Mandy, or
no, I gotta announce the winner.
Oh, we gotta announce the winners. Doggone right we do.
Sorry, I'm checking.
Now, if Ligio wins again, you know, there's going to be talk of conspiracy.
No, I already know who the winner is, and it's someone who I have to remember how to pronounce their name. Let's see if I get it right. I don't want to say it. Portholus. Did I do it right?
Well, you didn't say Portholus.
Portholus. What is it?
I'm very happy that Portholus won, because this was not right. The bastardization of the name, when you're calling someone Portholus, it's right up there with other dirty words.
Know. You literally never
You
know
Portholus! That's a new curse word in the world of Zyathé. It must be canon. Anyway, Portholus, congratulations, my friend. Magnificent. Well done. And Cameraman, you never call him Portholus again.
Portholus, yes. Okie doke.
Actually, it's Portholus that's the problem.
Portholus. Yeah, that's how it is spelled on this. I don't know. Okay, anyway. I really worked hard to not say it. So, okay. Thank you all so much for a wonderful show.
Indeed,
this has been
indeed.
Great.
What a wonderful day. Thank you all. A magnificent rest of your weekend. If you're in snow, don't get snowed on too hard. If you're in sun, don't get sunned on too hard. And may all your adventures, be sticky and wonderful too. Cheers. Bye-bye now.